BBC Hooniverse.
You're watching the TGM production.
Hello, welcome to this short film. Today we're talking very briefly, because the camera's going to die, about when is the Wilderness Years 2 going to begin. Because, simple topic here, the Wilderness Years was from 1989 to 2005, because it ended, because it's, let's just say September is when it aired in 2005, so that's when the Wilderness Year ends. Now, a wilderness year is more than 2 years. So, 2028 would be the start of our wilderness year, because we don't get a series this year, 2026, right? You don't get a series in 2027. That's not a wilderness year. A wilderness year is 2028, is when it begins. And then if it goes on for 30, 20, 10 years or whatever, that's a wilderness year. Stranger Things had a 4-year gap. Was that the wilderness years? No, that was a 4-year gap. There was a play in the middle. It's not a wilderness year until it's had enough stretch. So it needs to be stretched out to more than its years. So 2028 would be the start of the wilderness years, because if we got a Christmas special this year, then we've got nothing next year. So it's not. Last year, we could have had the spin-off this year. We've got the CBeebies show coming up. That's not the Wilderness Year, because that's an official spin-off media. So it's not on TV. So it's not a Wilderness Year. A Wilderness Year is when there's nothing on TV, Doctor Who-wise. Right? Absolutely nothing. So 2028, or whenever after the CBeebies shows come out, then it will be a Wilderness Year if we don't get a Doctor Who by then. But by that point, we will have had it, because 10 years don't seem, according to Casualty, take that long at all. So, to elaborate, a wilderness year is from 2028 onwards, right? Or whenever the CBeebies show has finished airing. Will it get renewed? Will it get renewed for a second series? Who knows yet? But we will be talking all about that in the future. But the point is, right now, my point is a wilderness year doesn't begin until it's been 2 or more years. So that is the simple answer, right? I know this was incredibly short, but this is a simple answer, because you can't say, oh, we're now in the wilderness year, ooh, because you can't. You have to wait a little bit of time before you can count it as a wilderness year, right? 1989 to 2005, yes, that's the wilderness, because there was nothing in between on telly apart from some repeats on BBC Two and whatnot, right? But that's wilderness year, apart from the 90s when it stopped being the wilderness years, when Paul McGann did the TV film, and then it became the wilderness years again. So technically the first wilderness year ended when the TV film came out, and the second wilderness year began once the TV film had been and gone. Then a wilderness year 2. So now actually we're in the third wilderness year, rather than the second, like people have suggested. This is the third because of the time before. So 1989 to whenever the film came out, which I can't remember the year, is wilderness year 1. After the film to 2005 is wilderness year number 2. Yes, we had Scream of the Shulker, but by the time Scream of the Shulker came out, it was already announced that Doctor Who was coming back in 2005. So, we're now in Wilderness Year number 3! But I'm still going to call this film Wilderness Year 2, question mark, because the question mark is, it's not number 2, but we've discovered that right now. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Don't forget to subscribe to the official Tom Mason YouTube channel.